Hello, good morning everybody. So today Martin is not on the farm. He is out at the acupuncturist. So it's just me today, and what I'm doing, planting a forest. I've got a bunch of, I'm going and getting a bunch of willow clippings, and I've got a bunch of clippings from poplar trees in the back right now. Where I'm planting them is called Harbor Bridge, and it is one of the dams here on the farm. So there's a lot of water. It's a very wet area, kind of foggy, which means that it is perfect for willows. And recently they just built up another bridge over there, and willows, they're actually very good with, really getting their roots in the ground and holding up the banks of rivers. So here are those branches. We just plopped them in the water earlier so that they can start realizing that they're gonna need to grow roots out of that, out of the bottom part right there. And we're gonna grab these and throw them in the back of the ute. We were going to cut the willow trimmings from way over there, but the willows there are a little smaller and they didn't have a lot of other branches at the base. So here we are at this weir where there's quite a few, as you can see, willows, and I'm gonna chop a couple of branches off and then we're gonna get going to the bridge. So right here, what I'm standing on is the Harbor Bridge. And so what it's supposed to do is be sort of a dam that blocks this water from just going through this area, which used to be an erosion gully. And what it has also right there, I don't know if you can see it, or hear it maybe, a drain that lets water slowly through from here into there to filter out all the way down there into a couple of ponds. And right there on the sides, it's scraped out. Same right there. And what's supposed to happen basically in, say, a flood or like a big rain event is that the water will sort of overflow the bridge, because right now what I'm standing on is the highest point of the bridge, so it sort of goes like that. The water will overflow on both sides and create two converging currents that will hit each other in the middle, which takes a lot of energy out of the water when they're hitting each other like that, which stops it from eroding a bunch of the of this gully or of this pond here, and also stops the bridge from collapsing. So here are all of our future trees. We've got our poplars here, our willows here. We got like two from that weir I was showing you, and we've got more poplars right here. So I'm gonna take you through the steps of how we plant these trees. You can see, especially on these willows, there are a lot of leaves, and now when we plant this, these leaves or these smaller branches that come off it will turn into bigger branches as the main stem grows into a full tree. And what we're going to do here is actually cut off a lot of these lower branches and twigs, so that the tree, as it's growing, isn't using a lot of its energy to try to grow out these branches. It instead focuses on the well-being of the main plant. Okay, that seems like a good amount to leave. Let's get to planting this. All right. So willows love running water and they love sandy earth as well. So we're gonna actually plant this first one right, yeah, right there. This is harder than it looks, guys. I know I'm super buff, but okay, let's see how that hole is for our big old tree right here. Yeah, we get really deep in there. We don't want any wobbling. Yeah, that'll be good. Right, what we're also gonna do is take some of this green algae stuff, throw it in the hole around it. It really helps the tree get started out. Give it. There. Look at her, she's beautiful. All right. Now, just clean off my hands and we'll be on to the rest. Let's get started. Okay, so it is now about 3.5 hours later. Here are some of the trees I planted. A couple of willows over here and down that way, and then a bunch of poplars down this way. And then this is actually the second bridge in the Harbor Bridge stream. So I also planted a bunch of the trees down there. Okay, here's the other side. May not look very different. I have there a couple of poplar trees. One down there as well. Actually two, three I believe down there. There's the one I planted at the start, right there. Another small one, oh, right there. Well, there's a big one over there that I planted, actually two big ones. And then a tiny little one over there. And then I've got a couple poplars along the bank. 20 years, I'm gonna come back here and all these are gonna be huge. Well, some of them maybe. I think Martin said like 20 out of 50 are the ones that actually stick and turn into full trees. So we'll see how many. I mean, I feel like I did a really good job planting, so I think it'll probably be all of them. Bog almost swallowed me multiple times. I got really close to needing a lot of help. Thank you for watching as I plant forest.